Battle of the Asses, Part 2. Some of this I would read phonetically, and in other parts I will paraphrase. But this is probably one of the greatest lessons that everyone should learn in life. Um, it definitely changed mine, especially when I got a deeper understanding of what it really meant outside of what we read in the parables within the Bible. So here we go. I'll give you the scripture on this one at the end. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab, on this side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zephyr saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, and the ox licketh up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zephyr was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beer to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of the people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, again Balak requesting Balaam, come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. In other words, Balak was trying to have a conversation with Balaam because Balak knew that Balaam was a blessed man. And he wanted to use Balaam to curse a specific people because he was anointed and blessed by God. He figured if he had the blessings of God, he would also carry the power to curse people because he had the blessing. That's not how it's ever intended to be used. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hands, and they came unto Balaam and spake unto him the words of Balak, and said unto him, lodge here this night, and I will bring ye word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came unto Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? Doesn't sound like God was too pleased, but he still asked the question to Balaam. And Balaam said unto God, Balak the son of Zephyr, king of Moab, hath sent unto me, saying. So before we get to what he said, we have to understand that God had something for someone, and sometimes man can interrupt that just by a simple request. Behold, there be a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me this people. Peradventure, I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up the morning and said unto the princes of Balak, get ye into your land, for the Lord refuses to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went unto Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. Notice the princes said to Balak that Balaam said. They never went back and said God told Balaam. Because Balaam said what God said. And Balak sent yet again princes more and more honorable than they. So he figured the first set of flunkies didn't work. Let me send some other distinguished guys and see if that'll work. And they came to Balaam and said unto him, Thus said Balak, the son of Zippor, appearance of power. Let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me, for I will promote thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. 1, we have to be careful allowing man to promote us when God has already given us a promise. 2, you got to be careful when you pray for and with other people. Some people's prayers are really curses. And some people are just too cursed to pray. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord, my God, to do less or more. It doesn't matter what you offer someone that knows what they know. But there's always a test within it. Now therefore I pray ye, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord will say unto me more. When you battle with the flesh against the spirit, it's a painful dance because the flesh wants to go. The flesh wants to do things, but the spirit is telling you, no, that, my son, that, my daughter, is destruction. This is verse 20. And God came unto Balak at night and said unto him, this is Balak in a dream. If the men come to call thee, if the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shall thou do. This is where most of us get tripped up in life. We misunderstand verse 20. Sometimes we can fall into our own dreams. And I'm not talking about dreams to be a better person. Dreams of just desires, but those desires go against the Spirit of God. Two separate dreams. But he had that dream of going, but God reminded him about what he said. But 21, and Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the princes of Moab, which means he no longer heard that voice and that Spirit of God. He followed his flesh and what he wanted and his desires. And God's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversity against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his 2 servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way. I'll save that for a minute. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on the other. So he's kind of boxed in. He could only go one of 2 ways, forward or backwards. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself against the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall. And he smote her, which means he struck her. He hit her. Her being the ass, the jackass, not a woman. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn, either to the right or the left. Now he can't even turn around. Got to face it. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam. And Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. He struck her a second time. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass. And she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in mine hand, for now would I kill thee. In other words, Balaam was so caught up on his own desires. He ignored every warning from God that was given. God then placed an angel before him and an ass. Balaam, being a human and a man of God, still couldn't see the angel because he was no longer walking in the spirit. He was walking in his flesh. So then God decided to use an ass to be his eyes. The ass didn't speak yet. The ass just saw the angel of the Lord. Balaam was still so headstrong and so stubborn that he never stopped to realize that, one, his ass was protecting him, no matter how many times he struck her. 2, that the ass spoke to him like a human, and he was still so ignorant to realize that he was having conversation with an ass. The moral of the story, again, to me, is we will always find jackasses in the flesh, and we will find jackasses in the spirit. But either way, you're going to need you a jackass to keep your ass from being jacked. Now, I know somebody may listen to this and may be upset with my vernacular, but I suggest you take it up with God because it's in the Bible, okay? I'm not here to water down anything to appease your flesh. I'm here to echo the spirit. It may not sound the same. And a lot of times that's why we are stuck where we are. We want everything to taste good, feel good, sound good, and we want to move the spirit out of the way to get to what our flesh desires more. When we come to an understanding and realize that all jackasses that we assume are jackasses, they're really not. It is you that have conversations with other people that are really trying to save you because you can't see that you are really the stubborn mule. Numbers 22, 1 through 30. Check it out for yourself. Part 2 of Battle of the Asses.